Hello and welcome to today's Faith Lift message. My name is Carl and I'm part of the team here at the Richards Bay Baptist Church. We are currently going through a series of testimonies, just hearing testimonies from people, how they've been encouraged and strengthened and challenged through this time of lockdown in their faith. So I want to remind you that if you want to share your testimony, you can do that. And on screen you'll see details right now on how to do that, how to get hold of us, and we can either, if we are local, record you, or even if you want to, you can record yourself and send it in to us. But do get contact with us if you want to do that. My story for lockdown, and I want to just share a brief story. During lockdown, we had to move. And I'm a person, I love new things. I love when my circumstances change and when there's something new to life. And so when we had to move, the idea of moving to me was actually exciting. And so we got into our new little place, and we had to, in this process of moving, unfortunately get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, which was not a bad thing. But what I did realize in this time of lockdown, in our process of moving, is that sometimes when we think we're downscaling, it ends up being an upscale. Sometimes when we think that we're sacrificing for God, we end up gaining so much more. And for us, it was a real practical way where we went from one place into another place where we thought this would be less. And it ended up being so much more, and we're loving where we are now. Simple things like the fact that I've got to hang my hammock and get to spend, mornings looking at the sunrise, which previously I never got to do just because of the circumstances. And again, I was just reminded that God calls us to serve and to sacrifice. But when we sacrifice, we gain. And in the same way, when God says, I want you to give your lives as a living sacrifice for me, we also realize when we do that, that life is so much fuller, that we get to experience so much more blessing simply because we've been faithful, and sometimes it's in the most unexpected ways, and sometimes in the silliest, smallest ways that makes the biggest, absolute, wonderful difference. And so I want to encourage you that no matter what you have to do, no matter how much you have to sacrifice, just wait, because you never know what you're getting on the other side. Don't get me wrong, I think sometimes we have to sacrifice and it's not nice. But I do believe that as we sacrifice, the goal at the end of the day, the reward, even if we don't get it now, when we get to heaven, it is definitely worth it. So I hope this blesses you and that you're encouraged through it. Thank you.